Oh, that's him. There we go. We're on. Oh, there it is. There we go. That might be a better one. Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the Fishing with Norm YouTube channel. Comment days popping up down below, so guys, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, leave a comment down below on this video for your chance to be in next video's comment of the day. Today, we are here with the Hunter Fisher. There he is. So, guys, the reason we have the Hunter Fisher here with us today is, as you guys know, the way I met Hunter was actually inside of Bass Pro Shops. This Bass Pro Shops, to be exact, and he is a Bass Pro Shops employee. So what we're doing in today's video, and actually I don't even think Hunter knows yet, is a $100. It's Fishing with Yak Pack. Yeah. No, it's I'm joking. It's Fishing with Norm. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The reason we are here at Bass Pro Shops today with Hunter, the employee who works here. I needed you today because we are doing a $100 budget challenge. What will $100 buy inside of Bass Pro Shops? Bass Pro Shops is known to be slightly more expensive, but you have a way bigger selection here. Yes. So we're gonna see how far $100 gets you inside of Bass Pro Shops with a rod, a reel, and fishing lures. And the reason I want to do these videos, guys, is because I know a lot of us are fishing on a budget. I'm lucky enough that you guys watch me and support my videos, that I have sponsors who, you know, give me rods, reels, and lures. But I want to show you guys basically what I would spend if I had $100 to go into Bass Pro Shops. The best way to spend that $100 with the rod, the reel, the line, and the lures, in my opinion. And then we're gonna go try to catch some big bass on whatever we pick out. That way we can even show you guys what we pick out in the store, how the lures work, and hopefully show you guys that they can catch big bass and prove that we're not liars. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and go into Bass Pro Shops right behind us. 4,000 likes on this video. I know it's a big like goal. 4,000 likes. We'll do the same exact challenge at, let's say Walmart or Academy. Comment down below which one you would rather see me go do a $100 challenge at. It's fun. We're throwing it back to the classic fishing challenges. I absolutely love these, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna buy today.
Listen, you guys may not know that Bass Pro Shops sells video games.
Oh my gosh.
The Bass Pro Shops fishing sim.
Guys, what if I did a gaming stream and we went fishing?
We went fishing on Twitch, but live stream.
If we got like all the fishing boys together, like me, Yak Pack, Hunter, if we all like live stream a fishing video game, just like one time, would you guys watch it? Let me know. That would be so much fun, I feel like.
Video game.
We have like a fishing tournament on a video game. I figure we start with the rod and reel combo, and then with the leftover money, we'll show you guys like our favorite lures, and we're thinking budget this whole entire time. Unfortunately, Bass Pro Shops does not have Guggen rods yet, so that's what I normally fish with. But if I was only ever allowed to buy tackle inside of Bass Pro Shops and I had $100, this is what we would get.
This is like our whole entire, like, usually are more oriented towards a cheaper end combo. So we have spinning, spin cast, and bait cast. And I'm assuming you want bait caster, right?
Yeah, bait caster probably.
So probably one of our cheaper ones is the actual mega cast combo right here. $55.
Okay, so it's like half our budget. Have you ever used it before?
I've used it like once or twice, but I don't actually have it myself. Just because I have nicer stuff. I get a discount. I'm gonna buy nicer things, you know?
Yeah. So guys, right here, we have our Bass Pro Shops rod and reel for $55 out of our $100. For a rod and reel, it's a really good deal when you're averaging about $26, $27 for the reel, $26, $27 for the rod, and this is a 7-foot medium heavy, which is actually, like, in my opinion, the perfect all-around rod. You could throw rattle traps, chatterbaits, and your Texas rigs, weightless, literally everything you could throw on just this one rod and reel combo. The thing that's missing with this, though, is line. Little life hack. You can get monofilament from Bass Pro Shops for free, but I hate monofilament. It's my least favorite line. The only way I'm ever throwing it is if I'm throwing a popper or a walking bait, which I don't know if we're throwing today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy fluorocarbon with our budget. I think that's gonna save us on some hook sets because I've learned from other challenges, mono stretches, guys. Fluorocarbon is like stiffer. Braid floats on top of the water, and that's what I use for like my top water frogs, or if I'm fishing like really heavy cover or flipping, I'll use braid. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the techniques that I use, we're gonna need fluorocarbon line on here. So let's go pick some of that out real quick. So guys, the lighter the line you go, the less easy it is for a fish to see it, but the heavier you go, the less likely you are to snap off. So I find my perfect medium to be like 15 to 17 pound for almost all techniques that I end up using. Right here for $9, we got ourselves some 15-pound fluorocarbon, which is perfect for those traps, chatterbaits, Texas rigs, everything we're gonna be grabbing lures wise. So now that puts us at what, 65? So we got our rod, reel, and line, and now we have about $35 to run around with for lures. We gotta think tax too, 7 to 8%, somewhere around there. So we probably got like $25 to spend. When I'm tackle shopping, I like to think lures that I can buy for each water column, especially if I have like a limited tackle box. I want something that I can throw on top, something that I can swim through the middle of the water, and something I can hop off the bottom, depending on the day and what the fish are doing. If you're just stuck with only top water and not eating top water for the day, you could ruin a whole fishing day. So I like to have like one lure that goes into each column. So my favorite top water lure of all time is a popper, guys. I absolutely love a popper. The only time I won't throw a popper or a walking bait is if there's a ton of pads, and then I'll throw a frog over it. But for this combo, especially, we're gonna need a popper. All right, guys, so we were passing the rattle traps. You guys know, I absolutely love rattle traps. These are lures you can throw year-round. In the cold, you know, I yo-yo them, I hop them up and down off the bottom. And then in the summer, spring, and fall, a lot of times they're feeding up on bait fish. Bass's main appetite most of the time is shad. So I love like a silver with a black back for $6.49. Rattle trap right here. You can actually get these at Walmart for, I'm pretty sure, like $3 or $4. They're like double the price here. So if you were to buy these, I would recommend getting them anywhere else besides Bass Pro Shops. But since we're doing the Bass Pro Challenge, this is where we're gonna get it today. So guys, a lot of what we're gonna be doing today is going to be Texas rig fishing. In summer, my favorite lure is just either a ribbon tail worm or like a trick worm. Any type of worm. A lot of times in the summer, guys, it gets super hot. Those bass are just hanging out really close and tight to structure in deep water. Around here in Florida, it's mainly hydrilla. It's just grass. So dragging a worm by super slow, a lot of times we'll get those bass to eat. I like a few things for that. I like, one, the bandito bug has been working very well for me. It took me a little bit to get used to it. I'd never thrown anything like a bandito bug before. And then I started using it, building some confidence, and now I really like it. So Okeechobee craw and the bandito bug, guys. Yes. We've got a 9-pack of bandito bugs here for $5.99 in the Okeechobee craw color, which may or may not be teasing where we're going tomorrow. You guys gotta stay tuned, smash subscribe so you can see what's going on. Okeechobee craw has got a blue back, and a green front, looks exactly kind of like a bluegill. It's just a good all-around color for dirty and clean water. You got the blue for the dirty and the green for like the natural. You can never go wrong throwing a Okeechobee craw, in my opinion. For those of you who have watched my channel like any more than 2 videos, probably already know what I'm grabbing next is a Zoom speed worm. All the speed worms are gone, and if everybody who's watching this, you live by my Bass Pro Shops, please stop buying the speed worms. Stop.
I've kind of been buying a lot myself. There's actually
stop, Hunter.
There's actually some extras in the back.
Guys, watermelon red though, my favorite color pretty much of all time for any type of worm, but especially in the speed worm color. It's just a worm with a little tail in the back so you can swim it, and that covers the middle of the water column if you're just retrieving it steady. You can hop it on the bottom with a bullet weight, and you can reel it across top water. It has a little tail that kicks, almost like a horny toad. So this is a great one lure to kind of do it all, which is why I like it so much. You only bring like one rod, like we have today, one rod, one reel it, put it on there, and you can cover basically every technique that you need to do with just one lure. So guys, this is a deal I've shown so many times at Bass Pro Shops, but if you are on a budget, this is the best deal inside the store, and luckily they have more because they sold all out of them last time I talked about it. For $6.49, you get 36 Cincos. So basically, for $6.49, this is the most amount of soft plastics you're gonna get. You're gonna get a ton of different colors. For basically no matter what pond you're fishing, you always got like a color that you can use. But we're gonna leave those because we're getting kind of close to our budget, and I already have one of those sitting in the back of my truck. All we have left is hooks, weights, and maybe like one more lure because we're getting close to that $100 mark. So guys, terminal tackle is super important. It seems to be the thing I always forget to include. That's the one thing I don't have in my tackle box is hooks and weights, which we're gonna need today. I actually have none. All right, guys, when it comes to hooks and weights, I really stick to like 3 and 4/0 hooks for most worms, most craws, bandito bugs, trench hogs, everything. Boom, right here. We got a 3/0, which is gonna help because we actually get the smaller size of the bandito bugs. And the more you downsize, the more bites you're gonna get. We're shooting for bites today, but you can still catch those big ones. So like the EWGs, more than the straight shanks, but if you use like heavier line, then you can use a straight shank and you'll have a better hookup ratio. But I like to use like the lightest line I possibly can. So I like the thin wire hooks. Just depends on what pound line you use. These might bend out a little bit easier than like a solid hook. It's kind of like give or take. Your hookup ratio is better the thinner the wire, but you can keep a fish on longer and your hook won't bend out the thicker it gets. And guys, for normal pond fishing, if you're just fishing a pond anywhere from like, say up to like 10, 15 foot, I think it's worth the extra money to go with tungsten weights. And I like anywhere from a 1/8 to a 3/16 ounce for all of my Texas rigs. If I'm out fishing on a lake, and I gotta, you know, upgrade the weight size and fish way deeper, then I'll do that. But for your normal pond fishing stuff that you're gonna run into, 1/8 to 3/16 ounce is literally all I use. It's maybe once a month I'm throwing something different than that size. So, all right, Hunter, grab all this stuff. And the reason we like to go tungsten over lead, guys, you can get a ton of value using lead. It's just, one, they're bigger, and 2, they're not as sensitive, so they're just really pricey. And one budget tip for you guys, if you're in Bass Pro Shops, we're probably right there at the limit, so we're gonna stop. The only thing we don't have with our $100 is like a topwater lure. Bass Pro Shops has their own brand of lures, and they make literally everything from hard baits to soft plastic. So if you guys are looking to fish on a budget, I mean, the prices are so much cheaper than any other brand. So guys, the way Bass Pro Shops makes their money is because they save money on hooks. So if you do get these, I would recommend buying like some nice hooks to replace them. But I mean, look at these prices, $3.99 for a hard plastic, not that bad. I think we just spent $100 at Bass Pro Shop. It's time to go check everything out and then go catch some big old bass, as we always try to do here on the channel with the stuff we just bought. Let's go. All right, guys, we are out here at the pond. We got the Bass Pro combo rigged up, ready to go. I actually found some Bass Pro Cincos laying in the bed of my truck, which is probably the best like soft plastic deal at Bass Pro Shops. Got some of those tungsten weights we bought, little 3/0 hooks that we got. That is the rig, ladies and gentlemen. So, current like air temp is 88 degrees, so kind of like a cooler summer day, but nonetheless still summer. It's been like 100 the last 3 days, so we got a little bit of cooler weather. And in the summer, I like to fish the deepest water possible. The pond that we're fishing today has a lot of grasses. Bass like to hang out in that hydrilla. And out in the middle, there's actually like a spring, which keeps this water relatively like the same water temp year round, which really helps the bite in the summer. Oh, that's him. There we go, we're on. Let's freaking go, baby. Bass Pro combo, stay on there. Guys, the gear ratio on this combo, I'm realizing, is not very fast. Wow. Did he freaking start running with it though? Oh, geez, 3D action. Boom. There we go, guys. Fish numero uno. Jeez. Telling you, it might be kind of boring. Or I mean, catching a fish is not boring, but it might be one of the more boring ways to catch them. You know, throwing the worm around. But I'm telling you guys, in this summer heat, especially if you're just trying to go out and catch some fish. I mean, the Cinco is known to catch fish like that, and also fish that are just massive. So that's why I like throwing it. It is what the bass eat. It's one of their main food sources: worms and bait fish. Get back out there again. A lot of times in summer, those bass guys will group up. Right where you catch one, you'll be able to pick off a couple more. I was just letting it sit there though. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let's go. Stay on there, please. Yes. Boom, right there at the bank. That was epic. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much you've seen so far. This would be technically my third fish out here, but my SD card had like a big error. My whole GoPro was frozen. This might be only the second fish you've seen, but basically what has happened around here, this is where spring's at, right out here. Deep, cold water. That's where those bass like to hang out in the summer. I made a cast this way, got bit twice, couldn't feel it on my combo, lost them. Made another cast out there, caught one. You guys might have not seen that, but that one right there, second fish in the same area. Summertime, we might have found them. When you find one in summer, just remember to keep casting there for a little bit. Don't be too quick to run off because they like to group up. Man, he hit that one right next to the bank. He might have followed it all the way in. Oh, that's him. Oh my gosh, it might be. Oh yeah, it's a good one. There we go. Stay on, baby. Stay pinned. Out there deep. Yes, right where she should have been. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Bam. 2.5 younder. I lifted up and I was like, oh yeah, that's a big one. Boom. For out here, look at that. Well, bam. There we go. Thank you, man. Boom, right out there by that spring, guys. I'm telling you, it's weird. The summer transition where you're used to, you know, in spring casting them banks, and they're up there on bait, they're up there on beds, but now those fish are out deep. I'm telling you, it might feel weird to start casting out in the middle. You might be like, what the heck am I doing? Trust me, that's where the big ones are hanging out. Guys, and when I tell you, you gotta drink, guys, and when I tell you, okay, sorry, Zayd. Oh my gosh, there's another one. Stay on there. Stay on there. Same spot. They group up in the summer. Not as big as the other one. But man, I couldn't even, I was sitting there trying to say, keep all that in there. I was sitting there trying to do English, guys. The sun's getting to me. I was trying to tell you guys, dragging that worm as slow as possible. And that's how you catch them. I mean, that's definitely a downgrade. Golly, man. Trying to let you guys know. Whew. All right, English, the sun, it's hot, guys. I'm sorry. My words aren't coming together. What I'm trying to say, slow down, drag that worm as slow as possible. Even count to 10 sometimes, shoot, while it's sitting down there before you pop it again. And man, they cannot stand it when that worm is just hanging out right by them. That deep water stuff, guys, I'm telling you, they group up. I had an hour dry spell out here with no bites, and I got to this little point, caught that one, bam, another one. Wow, too much fun. Too much freaking fun. Let's go. Oh, there he is. There we go. That might be a better one. Oh yeah. There we go. He hit it right when I landed in the water. Jeez. I will say one thing though, guys. The finding them in on the on the Bass Pro combo definitely makes it more fun, just because the rod is more bendy. But that's probably a solid 2 and some change right there. Boom. Nice one. You had me like wrapped up in a log in the beginning or something too. Had me scared for a second. See you, buddy. All right.